Juarez. My name is Juan Cartagena. I am the President General Counsel of Latino Justice PearlDeaf, a civil rights organization which uses the law to address issues of concern to Latino communities throughout the country. We are here in New Brunswick, right in front of the Lincoln Annex School, on behalf of courageous parents and residents of the city of New Brunswick who want to do everything possible to make sure the school stays open. That it stays open for the kids of New Brunswick. Not just the kids that are here now, the children, the school children, but the ones that will follow them. Today, on May 19th, 2020, we have filed the lawsuit on their behalf. The lawyers on the case so far are Latino Justice, my name, Yvette Alvarez is local counsel right here next to me as well. We are basically asserting on behalf of the following people claims that we think would require the Board of Education of New Brunswick to maintain this as a school on this particular site. We are filing the lawsuit on behalf of Maria Juarez, her own child, the initials AMJ, Julio Herrera Vival, his child, initials OHL, Maria Chiquito, her child, with the initials DSC, and it was also on behalf of Lilia Fernandez. The defendants who we're suing is the New Brunswick Board of Education. We also have to include the Church of St. Peter's and the Diocese of Metuchen as a necessary party, for reasons that will be clear very soon. This is the actual face of the complaint. We'll hand it out to some of you in a minute. It will be filed today in Middlesex County Superior Court, within minutes after we finish this press conference. So I want to end with this. Lawsuits by themselves don't really change much. What changes what's going to happen to the school is a community that is behind supporting the school. What will make sure the school stays as a resource for the public education of the children of New Brunswick depends not on lawyers, not on courts. It depends on people here in New Brunswick who are concerned about the public education of their children. As long as they demand that the school stays open, then everything else will follow. And we'll ensure everything we can do to make sure it stays open. My last point. We are standing here, as you can tell, socially distant from each other. We are standing here as well with our masks on. We are standing here in a crisis, a pandemic. It is beyond belief that the New Brunswick Board of Education would accelerate, would speed up, will do everything possible to reduce participation in these complex plans instead of slowing things down because of the pandemic. As a result of that, we can't let them use the COVID pandemic as an excuse for going forward. Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to be able to. Thank you. That was my son, by the way, but I'll talk to him later. Bueno, brevemente, mi nombre es Juan Cartagena, soy abogado con Latino Justice. Hoy vamos a radicar una demanda junto con abogados en el pleito de parte de María Juárez y la hija Julio Herrera Vival, María Chiquito y Lilia Fernández contra la Junta de Educación de New Brunswick por el mero hecho que la Junta de Educación decidió, y está decidido ya, vender y demolir esta preciosa joya que tiene la comunidad hispana aquí en New Brunswick, la escuela Lincoln Annex. Esperamos hacer todo lo posible para evitar esa venta, ya que consideramos eso completamente ilegal. Quiero ahora darle la oportunidad para que hablen dos de los demandantes, primero si es posible con Lilia Fernández y después con María Juárez.
Good afternoon, everyone. Buenas tardes a todos. I decided to join as a plaintiff in this suit because I am completely appalled by the way in which this school district. Oh, wait. I'll start again. I decided to join as a plaintiff in this suit because I am completely appalled by the way in which the school district is mismanaging this very financially strained system, particularly at this moment. I am also shocked by the way in which officials have treated parents and students throughout this process. I see no reason why the New Brunswick School District should be closing down and giving away a perfectly good school that is in fact one of the highest performing in the city. There is no good reason why the children of Lincoln Annex should be forced to carry the burden of displacement, disruption to their learning, and detrimental impacts on their emotional, psychological, and physical well-being to satisfy the ambitions of hospital executives and a development company. This project is being done on the backs of working-class Latino children from immigrant families who have absolutely nothing to do with RWJ and Rutgers CINJ's expansion plans. And they should not have to pay the cost for this. As many have already suggested, the Cancer Pavilion can be located elsewhere, not on the site of Lincoln Annex. As a scholar and a historian who has studied examples of urban renewal, gentrification, and the dislocation of working communities throughout the U.S. over more than half a century, I recognize this project for what it is, an injustice. And as a resident and taxpayer of New Brunswick, I cannot stand by silently and acquiesce. Thank you.
Thank you, Lilia Fernandez. We're going to ask Maria Juarez to come up here and just tell us very briefly why this is important to her and why she is helping us in this regard. Maria?
Hello, my name is Maria Juarez. I am a parent of a student who currently attends Lincoln Annex. The reason I have decided to join this cause is because I've been very active lately with the community and listening to the meetings, not only from the Board of Ed, from City Hall, and all of the Rutgers meetings as well. And I find it very insulting the way they've managed the situation, the way they're not listening to not only myself as a parent, other parents who have come out and said how we're concerned that they're taking one of the best schools in New Brunswick. I have 3 children, and I can honestly say that this is one of the best schools that my children have attended, and it is very important for my daughter as well. And she has motivated me more than anything to come out and speak against what we know is not only not right, it's very disrespectful from the Board of Education, the way it has been addressed to us as an active parent in the meetings. The way they've had addressed these concerns have not been very clear and very transparent, which has motivated me to join. So thank you.
Thank you, Maria. And thank you for your daughter as well. María, ¿quieres decir dos o tres palabritas en español? Brevemente. Gracias.
Hola, mi nombre es María Juárez, soy una de las mamás que está en esta lucha de no vender la escuela Lincoln Annex, no solamente porque sé, teniendo más de un estudiante en este distrito, que es una de las mejores escuelas, sino por la manera tan irrespetuosa que el distrito ha manejado la situación, no solamente el distrito, sino la ciudad. Estoy muy frustrada, ofendida, muchas gracias, porque lamentablemente, basado en las reuniones que hemos estado yendo, me he dado cuenta de la falta de respeto y de profesionalismo que el distrito ha tenido hacia nuestras preocupaciones, que han sido válidas, y ellos no la han tomado de esa manera. Entonces me ha motivado mucho mi hija, porque es un tema que le ha afectado directamente a ella, y ella obviamente me motiva a luchar por lo que yo no solamente sé que es justo, sino también como tenemos para exigir más respeto hacia nuestros hijos y nuestra comunidad. Gracias.
Thank you, Maria. Very quickly, I want to invite Professor Juan Gonzalez, both a journalist and a professor at Rutgers University, to say a few words. Thank you, Juan.
Hello, I'm Juan Gonzalez, also a member of the Coalition to Defend Lincoln Annex. We want to thank Latino Justice for taking on this cause today of the parents and the community here at Lincoln Annex, and to Yvette Alvarez as well. On April 28th, the New Brunswick Board of Education approved a series of resolutions authorizing the sale and demolition of this school. A school that they just spent $22 million fixing up and has only been open not even 4 years. They would force the students to go about 2 miles away to a converted warehouse for 3 years while a new school is built. Also that Robert Wood Johnson right across the street and the Rutgers Cancer Institute right down the street can build a new facility right here. They've done this despite the opposition of hundreds of parents and community residents in the city. They've done it with no transparency about their plans. They've done it during a coronavirus pandemic that greatly reduced public participation. And none of the documents that the board has approved so far have been made public. The board and Mayor Cahill want everyone to believe that this is a done deal. But we in the Coalition to Defend Lincoln Annex continue to say that Lincoln Annex is not for sale. So today, in addition to the lawsuit that the parents and the residents have filed, we also have 2 other actions that we're taking. Last week, Charles Cradiville, editor of New Brunswick Today and a member of the Coalition, filed a complaint in Superior Court of Middlesex County in which he alleges that the Board of Education repeatedly violated the state's Open Public Meetings Act between February 21st and March 24th by conducting official business without notice to the public and by denying members of the public and the media the right to attend and participate in such meetings. On May 13th, Judge Vincent LeBlanc issued an order to show cause that requires the Board of Education to appear and respond on June 3rd. So the board is going to have to show up in court to defend what it's been doing. And then yesterday morning, I, as a member of the coalition, filed an objection to the State Education Commissioner Lamont Repollet, in which I urged the commissioner to reject an amendment that the New Brunswick Board of Education submitted early this month to its long-range facilities plan. One that proposes the closing of Lincoln Annex and the building of a new school at 50 Jersey Avenue, but which must first be approved by the state. And my complaint asserts that the Board of Education violated state law by first not submitting its plan to the New Brunswick Planning Board for approval, and that it also violated state regulations by not allowing meaningful participation. So we have a 3-pronged legal assault here. One is the Latino Justice lawsuit. 2 is the Charlie Cradiville lawsuit over the Open Public Meetings violation. And the 3rd is my complaint to the State Board of Education, asking the state and the governor to intercede. So this is not done yet. They want to start tearing down this school as early as July. That's only a few weeks away. And that's why we felt it's urgent now to get these matters decided in court so that we can begin to get some justice for the people of New Brunswick. And I want to ask Charlie if you can say a word or 2 about his complaint, and that will be the substance of the conference.
Thank you, Juan. Thank you for all the great work that the community has done to keep this fight going. Juan is 100% correct. It ain't over till it's over, and it ain't over. The Byron M. Baer Open Public Meetings Act for decades has been the main tool for the public to enforce its rights to be present and to be active in local government. And even before the pandemic, sadly, we've seen the New Brunswick Board of Education chipping away at those transparency norms and actually pushing aside and disrespecting the members of the community who sought to have input in this process. And as someone who cares about this community and cares about transparency and access, I had no choice but to bring this matter to the courts. Unfortunately, the pandemic has only emboldened these officials, and they continue to violate our rights to be participants in their meetings and to have meaningful public input. This process from top to bottom has been backwards. Back when I uncovered this scheme in September, Board of Education members told me that this issue was, quote, above their pay grade. And from that moment on, I knew that we had a real problem and we needed the community to get organized, get educated, and get active. And that's what we've done, and that's why we're here today, and that's why we have such a strong coalition that is ready to fight for the community here. And we will win, because the people united will never be defeated. Thank you all very much, and thank you for being a part of this today. Save Lincoln Annex.
Don't forget the rally, Saturday.
Yes. Should we mention Saturday?
One last word. Because the community has not been able to actively participate for several weeks now, and all the school board meetings, there's going to be another one tonight, the city council meetings, there'll be another one Wednesday, the county freeholders meetings have all been by telephone, and the people can be cut off by phone whenever they feel like it from being able to make public comments. We feel that it's necessary for the community to be heard. So this Saturday, we will be conducting a caravan throughout the New Brunswick community, alerting the community that this fight is not over, that we're going to have a social distance car caravan throughout the city to let the community know the fight continues. Que Lincoln Annex no está por venta. Lincoln Annex is not for sale. So we invite others to join Saturday at noon, starting right here from in front of the school from Lincoln Annex.
Can I ask Lily and Maria to just join us one more time? Socially distant, of course. Sí, si ella quiere, si ella quiere.
También decirle a la Junta que aquí estamos y no nos vamos, que esta corrupción peligrosa y existe por muchos años y ha limitado la calidad de vida.
I just want to end with the fact that a lot of movements in this country also have the participation of incredible, courageous people. People who are just regular people who just think something is wrong and they want to do something about it. And right here, these individuals who are with me, and we're missing Julio Herrera Vival, we're missing Maria Chiquito. They're very courageous to put their names and step forward and say presente when violations of rights and disrespect, and in many ways loss of dignity occur. So thank you to Lilia, to Maria's child as well, and thank you to all of you taking this fight as far as we can so far. Basta ya, vamos a salvar esta escuela y que vive la nuestra gente. Gracias.